I'm First Lieutenant Marissa Loya. I am the Executive Officer of 1st Marine Division Female Engagement Team, currently operating in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. The FET program started off, it was originally the Lioness program. It was a way for the commanders to have a female search capability, and the enemy TTPs at the time was to utilize female dress and females as well to smuggle contraband through ECPs and control points. So now where the program is, it's a female engagement team program, and now we focus, although we still do offer that search capability, we focus primarily on building relationships with the Afghan men and women and enabling the battle space owners an inlet into the female population, which currently right now it's just the female engagement teams doing so. We have 44 Marines and 3 sailors currently with the female engagement team. It's important to have female engagement teams because in the COIN environment, we need the support of the entire Afghan society. Right now, currently half that population is female, so the female engagement teams enable the battle space owners an inlet to that population, that segment of the population. Every single district here has females, so I would say that every single district in Helmand Province, it needs a female engagement team in order to speak to those female local nationals. Currently right now we have 17 teams throughout Helmand, and each one of those teams is being utilized by those battalions that they're supporting to get to that female populace. It's important to get to the female populace because they're half of the population here in Afghanistan, and right now the only Marines that are able to access them due to cultural considerations are the female Marines, female coalition forces. That's why they're important to have. During patrols, you know, the men are not, male coalition forces are not allowed into the homes to speak to the women, and that's where the female Marines become an integral part in the missions out there. One instance when it was valuable to have a female engagement team, one of the many, during an ACP in Garmshire, our FET team was able to search an elderly female who had 5 pounds of opium taped to her abdomen. The female was very adamant about not being searched. That's when the team decided that it was absolutely pertinent that she be searched, and when they did that, that's when they found the opium. The female engagement teams are able to build relationships with the local nationals, both male and female, and we've seen that's very beneficial in many cases. One example, the team was in Marja on a patrol, and a local national male who had recognized them came up to the team and pointed out to them that there was an IED in the road nearby. There was a confirmed IED, but it was just one example of that building of relationships, how important it is, and the trust that they build with the female engagement teams was beneficial. The female engagement team program is a great way for Marines and sailors, female Marines and sailors, to get outside of their MOS and experience a different opportunity that they wouldn't necessarily get within their MOS. The mission of the female engagement team program is to engage Afghan men and women in accordance with the battle space owners' priorities, and also to on the 5 FET focus areas. That includes relationship building, community relationship building, health, education, economic and employment development opportunities, and women's governance. The building of the relationships with the community is absolutely critical because with that trust comes facilitating of the other 5 other focus areas. The female engagement teams in the AOs that they're operating in will engage the females. What they'll do is they'll, in a nutshell, they'll go and patrol, and they'll go into compounds or interact with local national men and ask permission to speak to their wives or females of their families. And once they actually get to speak to the females, they'll learn a little bit more about them, start to build those relationships, and then they'll go into those 5 FET focus areas that I explained before. One area where FET has been very influential is the education piece. Right now we're trying to influence and speak to the population, men and women, about the importance of education and educating their females, their girls in particular. And an example in Marja, we've got our team out there promoting the schools, going on promoting the school patrols, and that has actually yielded positive effects in that we see the increase in female students in that school. Half the population is female, and unfortunately the only inlet that we have to that female populace are the female engagement teams. We in Helmand only have 17 teams to reach that half of the population. It's absolutely critical that we have the women's voice, the women's local national voice heard, because that's the only inlet that we have right now to do so. And in the COIN environment, it's absolutely critical that we have the support of the entire community, And again, half of that community is accessed through the female engagement teams. A typical female engagement team will consist of an NCO as the team leader, and then also the team member, which for us are lance corporals or corporals. The challenges they face in their daily lives out there is that they're supporting infantry battalions. They're at a company size element, or even a PB, which is a smaller element, and they are the only females. However, they've been trained, they're Marines, and they withstand whatever living conditions that the males do the very same way, and they're still managing to do the job and doing it well. The female engagement teams currently operating in Helmand province with us are doing an incredible job. We've got NCOs in a billet in a district, in charge of that district as far as progress in the FET mission. And the Marines and sailors who are currently doing this, they're doing an incredible job.